So my parents came to live in the US when I was 3 years old from Mexico. We all had visas when we first came here, and that's how we were able to go back and forth between Mexico and the US. And then when I was 14 is when my tourist visa expired. When I was 14, I didn't really understand what it meant that my visa was expired. It wasn't until I was applying to college that I realized not having documents is a real problem. I got rejected from like every college that I applied to because I didn't have a 9-digit social security number. I also wasn't eligible for any kind of financial aid. So I used to sell funnel cakes. My mom and I would work, and my dad, the funnel cake stand. I came home one day and my uncle had seen on the news that this bill had passed. This law allowed me to go to college and get an education just through like networking at school and different organizations. I met this man. He told me about this internship with the Chicago Fire. But then I found out the interns could dress up as the mascot. I applied to the internship and I received the internship. I went to Chicago for the summer. So you were looking at like the shortest mascot in Major League Soccer history. Then I applied for an internship at Goldman Sachs. I applied and I got the internship. So then I went to intern in New York. So I had this idea that like if I could just become like financially successful, then it wouldn't matter that I was undocumented, like doing my next trade, closing my next deal, getting my next promotion. Those were the things that I worried day to day. I was the first one there, the last one to leave. And by the end of the summer, I got a full-time offer. I was 27 years old and a vice president at Goldman Sachs, making $400,000 a year. It was like unbelievable to me. Just a few years before that, I was selling funnel cakes in the streets of San Antonio, like barely making ends meet. Eventually, I was married to a US citizen. I realized that I had a really powerful story to tell. Being undocumented is not the thing that defines you. That is not the only thing about you. Don't give up, because there's always a way, and you just have to believe, and you have to know that every sacrifice you're making right now will amount to something.